You idiot.
Yeah, I know, you don't have to tell me.
The one time you actually had some success on a Football Manager and you didn't turn your mic on. Yeah, I realised when you got in touch and told me that the editing was going to be buggered. I can't work in these circumstances. What am I meant to do? It's not my fault. It's so easy to do.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to do another one really quickly, won't you? And it might just have to come out a bit later. I'll do my best to get it edited really quickly. Just make sure that your mic's on, please.
Idiot. He's a total idiot.
Yeah, a little bit of an in-joke for you there, guys. Well, not even an in-joke. I genuinely forgot to record in one of the few episodes that would have actually provided me with some joy. Because it turns out that even though not a lot really happened in our games against Braga and Benfica, we did win a League Cup final. One on pens, 0-0, so not actually a lot really happened. And then we lost to it at Horta Strike 1-0 in the Premier League. But we have just recently beat Ave off of camera. I would show you the footage, but obviously it's got me going like that in the background, but you can't hear anything. So, no point, not a lot really to get excited about. We've won a trophy, okay, and we're not going to get to see it, but it's not one of the trophies that we were meant to win anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Fortunately, though, that has brought us on rather nicely to the game against Nice today, away in the Europa League first knockout round final. So, without further ado, let's get into that. Quickly glossing over my mistakes. We'll talk about the league in a minute, but for the minute, let's just focus on the Europa League, and we've got to try and get ourselves a decent result out in France, which is easier said than done. A lot of my players are relatively tired, but because it's away, I feel like we should really go for it a bit more. So I'm only going to rest up a couple of players that haven't been playing particularly well of recently, and that is Goncalves and Sporar, who unfortunately has now decided that he's going to start sort of beginning to fall off in terms of his form. So we've got Maximiano in goal, Mendes, Garcia, Coates and Porro as the back four. Then we've got Polina, Alex and Mario in the midfield. Cabral's on the left, Nuno's on the right and Xerxes up front. I can't wait for Nuno Santos to come back. Literally 5 weeks to go. So they've got obviously some very decent players in their team, as you would expect. Danilo is obviously quite good. Les Milu is good. Atal, very good. Benitez in goal. Schneiderlin, Ronnie Lopez, René Adelaide, Kasper Goldberg up front. Old legend of the channel. Well, I say that. No one really watched the Southampton save. So no one's expecting us to get a result, though, apparently. So let's just go out there and play our football. Hopefully we can come away. I need an away goal, really. And to be fair to Joshua Xerxes, he's been playing brilliantly in the Europa League, so I could really do with him chipping in today and getting us some goals, really, more than anything else. I can't believe the first trophy that I won on FM21, I didn't even record it. I did, but you couldn't hear my commentary. It generally wasn't the most exciting game in the world, and I wasn't exactly up for it, shall we say, because it's not a competition that we needed to win, but it's still a cup final. It's weird with this sort of thing, because normally, obviously, any cup final you would get yourself up for, but I was sat there going, well, it's not one of the ones that Mourinho won, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Porro whips the ball in. Joshua Xerxes has scored again. He is a Europa League specialist. It's his 7th goal of the season. Majority of them are coming in this competition. Good finish by him there. And we take an early 1-0 lead away in France. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Very good by Pedro Porro there. Lovely ball in. Joshua Xerxes hits it. Porro had been in very poor form until the Rio Ave game, where he finally managed to get himself a 7 rating. And I've heard on the grapevine that from a lot of FM streamers and from watching a lot of them, that actually the fullback ratings have really dropped down in recent months. So I've noticed that little pattern going on. Pedro Nuno scored. I mean, we're on fire right now. It's 2-0 already. Patrick Vieira, who's obviously my managerial counterpart in this game, must be holding his hands in his head. Xerxes gets the assist as well. Lovely header. It's going miles wide. I'm going to call it an assist. He passed that. That's a pass header. Surely he wasn't heading it that far wide. God, so we've been absolutely all over them here. They've not had a highlight yet as Mario gets on the ball, plays out to Porro, who's having an absolute worldie down that right-hand side. Mario in on the ball, tees it back. I thought he was going to have an effort there. Polina back out to Porro. Lovely pass. Porro for another assist, maybe. To Mario, back to Porro. Porro whips it in. Pedro Nuno scores again. 2 goals today. Pedro Porro is having an absolute blinder on that right-hand side. It's unbelievable. We're 3-0 up. It's not even half-time yet. What a... what a game. Well done, lads. Right, in terms of taking people off then, it's time that I probably rest up. Porro has been brilliant, but I'm going to take him off. I'm also going to take Paulinho off and bring Seb on. Atal down the right hand side, tease it back to Les Melu. Atal tees it. Danilo hits it. Good save by Maximiano. He's been very good in goal, actually. Since I took Adan out, we've been a lot better defensively. Could you imagine? Alright, I never changed there. Nuno Mendes is going to come off. Antunes is going to come on. I think I get 5 subs in this competition, so I'm going to take off Alex and bring on Goncalves. And I might also take Nuno off and bring on Plata just for the last bit of time. I've made all 5 subs. I'm making sure that we're nice and fit and firing. Got to keep ourselves fit for the next game. Oh, what a header off the line by Antunes. There's Guiri, plays it in. Atal heads it in, and Maximiano claims it brilliantly. We've just got to calm down slightly. We're losing a little bit of... We're just losing a little bit of control in this game, but ultimately the most important thing is that it's still 3-0, and you would like to think that that means we won't have to come back to watch the home leg, because if we lose 3-0 at home against Nice, I'm going to cry. Mario to Gonzalez, or Goncalves, right. We've not done anything really in this second half, so it would be a bit unfortunate for Nice, I think, if we were to get a fourth, but having said that, I won't go against it. Atal whips the ball in, back post. And Amin Guiri, a well-known FM1 the kid, manages to get a goal. That is 3-1. If they get a second, it suddenly makes the tie a little bit more tense. If we get a fourth, it's all over. But that doesn't look like happening because my Zian is literally just ran the entire length of the pitch. That might genuinely be one of the best goals I've ever seen. It's Maradona-esque. I mean, I'm not even... I would say about how good Maximiano has done there. He's been distracted by a bird or a burger or something in the crowd. I mean, how has it got to this? Gonzalo Plata hits it straight at Benitez. The amount of times this year I've had 3-0 leads or 2-0 leads and conceded consecutive goals within 5 minutes is taking the absolute piss. So we win 3-2, and I'm a little annoyed because really, I mean, I made a lot of changes. I think maybe that's what happened. We lost a little bit of momentum because I made so many changes. But that Mayo leader goal has upset me a little bit. Oh, God, we did not have to make it as close as that. It didn't need to be as close as that. Braga have just beaten Rio Ave, which is not good news for me because that defeat to Braga has really, really opened the door for a lot of teams now. Well, not a lot of teams, just opened the door for Benfica to get involved. You can tell here actually that Nacional aren't that far behind us. They're only 5 points, but Benfica are 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. We've got 2 games in hand on Braga and are 6 points behind. If we beat them, we should overtake them on goal difference. Porto are kind of running away with the league a little bit. And it's all getting a little bit ifs, buts and maybes. It's going to be an insanely tight finish towards the end of the season. I don't really know where we stand. Obviously, trying to get in the top 3 has got to be the main priority. We get in the top 3, it gives us a chance of getting Champions League football next year. And I did originally want to finish second. That was the plan. I don't know if that's going to happen now because Braga were on a really bad run of form and now they've kind of turned it around a bit thanks to their win against us. So now I'm beginning to panic a little bit that we're not going to make it. We have got a lot of the big boys still to play. We still have to play Porto again. We still have to play Benfica again. And we still have to play Braga. So fate is very much in our own hands. But we've not exactly turned up in the big games so far this season. It's safe to say. So it's very exciting in terms of the first season. There's a lot going on. We've already won a trophy. That's the big thing. We have won a trophy, which you didn't see. But the final game today then is going to be our game against Ferreira. And in all fairness, I think we're pretty much going to start with the same team that did so well in that first half against Nice. I'm not going to make any changes. Not going to really move anything around. I might bring Goncalves back on for João Mario, he had a better game at João Mario, but he wasn't brilliant. So that's the only change I'm going to make is João Mario goes out, Gonçalves comes in. Other than that, it is as you were. And it is safe to say it's the away form that does need sorting. I can't believe I've left Sporar on the bench. But he's actually not played that well in recent games. It feels like that kind of like real immense purple patch of form he's had has finally come to an end, and Joshua Zirkzee played really well against Nice, so it would be harsh of me to not play him, in all fairness. If you're playing well and you're scoring goals, then you should really be starting. So I've put my faith in him today. Hopefully he will repay that, but you never know. You never know with FM. We've made a decent start though. We've had 2 shots within the first 10 minutes, both of them on target. The XG's already going up, but no highlights as such. Here we go. Here's the first one. It's Maximiano. Not his best ball out, but we've managed to recycle it quite well. Eric Garcia out to Nuno Mendes. Mendes on the ball, driving forward, finds Cabral. Need him to start playing a little bit better as well. I've given him a brand new contract. He needs to repay me for it. That's a good start as he gives the ball to Nuno, drives into the box, whips it to the back post. And I said it was a good start by Cabral. He's literally missed a header from 2 yards out. I'm beginning to get a little worried sometimes by the away form. We play really well. We dominate the games, but we don't have that quality. Just to, when Sporar's not playing well, or Xerxes not playing well, then we really have an issue in terms of scoring goals. We don't really get enough from the midfield. This is concerning. Oh, God, it's gone over the bar. Maximiano, I think, had it covered anyway, but not ideal. 0-0 at the break. It's pretty much been like most of our games have so far, apart from the one in the Europa League. I'm going to say I'm happy with performance so far. We have dominated the game. We just haven't had the ability just to get that goal, finish it off. Cabral really should have made it 1-0. We have played well, but it doesn't mean anything if we don't score. As Alex puts the ball in back post, Joshua's really got to be burying that. But that's well played by Polina. At least he's made it there ahead of their man, the Ferreira man, as Pedro Porro. Got to get him more involved. He was brilliant in the game against Nice. Lovely from Xerxes to Cabral. Oh, just hit it with some venom. I think it's not the end of the highlight, fortunately, as Nuno gets on the ball now, drifts inside, plays it back to Polina. Yeah, love the overlap. Go on, Porro. You've got the quality to pick out a good pass. Brilliant dive. Wonderful dive. I've had a lot of penalties turned down recently. It seems to be a VAR thing where they check it and then they say it's no penalty. But they have awarded the penalty there. It did look like a foul. It also looked like a very bad dive, but it did look like a foul. And who's stepping up to take it then? Alex. Well, he scored. Thank God. Probably my best signing so far this season, in all fairness, is Alex. He's been absolutely brilliant for me. That's his 5th goal of the season, but the control he brings to the midfield is something chronic. Lovely finish by him there. Good knock-in off the box. Bloody hell, off the post. We deserve that. We've been the better team by miles. You can tell here, we definitely dominated the game. It was hard to get that clear-cut chance to really get the goal in. We had one via Cabral and he missed it. We whipped the ball in, and there you go. Finally, Jovan Cabral has got himself a goal. 2-0. It's amazing when you get one, suddenly it starts flowing through. Beautiful. Let the hate flow through you. Good to see the two fullbacks actually having a better game today, especially Porro. He's in a very hot vein of form right now, which is good to see. Cabral's done really well there to win the ball. Go on, mate. You've been probably the live wire, really, of the entire game today. Just not been brilliant in anything else in terms of end product, but that was a great ball in, and Nuno has missed an absolute sitter. Alex on the ball now, just past his man. Lovely ball there out to Nuno. Nuno now racing forward towards the goal. That's a penalty again, I think. Is that outside the box or just in? Yeah, no, he has. It must be literally right on the edge. It is literally right on the edge. As Nuno here goes to whip the ball in back post, and we've scored anyway. Oh, you can't... Apparently it was offside anyway. God, there's so much VAR in this, and to be fair, it's completely unreal. Oh, the goal's been awarded via VAR. I never thought I'd see the day. I don't know why they disallowed it in the first place, but Eduardo Quaresma, who I've literally just brought on, was for offside, and an offside went my way. Unbelievable. I never thought I'd see the day. A 3-0 win, it looks like. That's what I want to see. Pedro Nuno, by the way, suddenly turning into the sort of player I thought I was going to get when I bought him. He has been good since he's turned up, but he's in a very, very good vein of form right now. That much is for sure. Well, a 3-0 win away from home is something I will take all the way to the bank. That was pretty much the complete performance, actually. We played excellently. They had one or two chances, but not very good ones either. Jovan Cabral's managed to injure himself again. But the important thing is that we should really now be in pole position in terms of the Europa League, which is what we wanted to see. And obviously, we will not come back for that, I don't think. I think we should be able to get through at home against Nice. If something dramatic happens, and expect me to come in halfway through the next episode during that game. But hopefully that won't happen. So I'd imagine we'll come back for the second knockout round. The draw for that's going to be on the 26th. So we'll probably open with that. And then I might play wherever the first leg of that Europa knockout round is, which I imagine will be around about here, probably between Santa Clara and Braga. If I can fit it in with the Braga game, then we are in absolute business. To let you know where we stand in the league, then we are 3 points beyond Braga with a game in hand. Win that, we should overtake them on goal difference. We are 3 games ahead of Benfica, but only 5 points ahead, so they have got the game in hand. We also have a game in hand on Porto, but I think they've kind of run away with it. If we win our game in hand, we're still 8 points behind them. Granted, we still have to play them, but the idea that Porto are going to drop that many points between now and the end of the season, I think is very, very wishful thinking indeed. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Matching Mourinho. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I also hope that my mic is on. If you have enjoyed it, then of course, please do drop a like on the video, share and subscribe. Sorry I ballsed up, but it's all good comic value, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Not all episodes are like that. Please do like, share and subscribe. And until I see you again for the next episode, take care of yourselves, everyone, and stay cool. Bye-bye.